Hello, everybody, and welcome back to yet another cast, another game, another epic match, and today I'm bringing you another game of the amazing Breezy mod, which I am personally calling Harambe Mod because I just love it so much. I love it so much, and it's a tribute to our boy, the male gorilla. Gone too soon. This mod, I promise you, it's gonna deliver. It's already so good, and they are just starting. So, guys, this game in particular is a free-for-all, which I don't cast very much on my channel. These free-for-all games, so I think it's actually really exciting to bring you a kind of match that, for me, is just in general not something that I get the opportunity to cast very much. So, the combination of the fact that this is a free-for-all, that we're on the new mod that I'm so hyped about. If you watched my previous video on it, you know how hyped I am. And the fact that this map is so cool. This is one of the tar maps. Guys, one of the things I'm most excited about with this new mod is actually the maps. I love escalation, but seeing the 500th game on a TRP style Hell on Earth map, it's drives me insane. So this just makes me super, super happy that in this mod they've made like their own map packs, and there's all kinds of really new and interesting and dynamic opportunities to see play styles and strategies that we just don't see on the lane style maps that escalation players typically play on. So I am so excited, not just about all the cool things in this mod, but also all the cool new maps and interesting ideas, and that we don't have to play on maps that were made 10, 15 years ago. We can actually play on maps that are being designed to this very day as we speak. And not only are the maps new, apparently in this mod, they are making new units. They are literally creating units from scratch, doing all the modeling in Blender and bringing them to life. And so, guys, this mod, I promise you, it's just going to keep getting better and better. And I'm here for it. I don't know if you can tell, but I am here for it. I am absolutely more hyped than anyone, so hopefully I can share some of my hype with you in this game. So let's go ahead and jump into it here in the top. Breezy, under a little bit of pressure. There's a few AKs clashing with the Pee-wees, but looks like Breezy's got more than enough. It feels like he got that K-Bot lab up just in time, but good for him. He will push that back without much of a problem. So, guys, free-for-all games are always pretty interesting to me because... Oh, here we go. Hold that thought. We've got a single lone flea of Breezy's that has made its way into the business. Purple will be forced to retreat his con, but we'll see what else Breezy can get done with that very annoying flea. Like I said, I love the flea. I love this version of the flea that actually has a laser. I think it's a more interesting choice. I mean, you can already see, look how much it's doing, causing Purple a lot of frustration for sure. It may die before it can get that max. It'll get it really, really low. But, oh, I like what Breezy's doing here. He's built a radar on the edge of the island there just to give himself some vision or some knowledge about what's going on. And so far, surprisingly, Black is the only player that has entered into the water. So one thing I also like about this mod is that the colors are different. So the mod creators sort of choose the color. So Black is not a color you see in Escalation, but I do like it. I think it's a really neat... It's very dark, you know. It's very metal. It's goth, you know. It's sort of like the color of my soul. It's just pure evil. So I still haven't introduced the players. Hang on, I'm failing here. In the bottom we have Mr. Smokester, bottom right, and he's the only player that's gone into shipyards, surprisingly. And then of course in the bottom left we have. I don't even want to, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I'm not going to embarrass myself. We're just going to call it the purple player. And, of course, Breezy, who needs no introduction. So, guys, one thing about this map that's so cool, aside from the fact that it's a free-for-all map, Breezy is finally going into shipyards, is that there's a lot of different opportunities and options for the players to create interesting and unique strategies. So obviously, you can build land, and you can just send armies of AKs and peewees and all of that. But you don't have to. I mean, you can go into naval, you can go into hovercraft, you can go into air, you can go into ships. I mean, the sky is the limit. There's just so many opportunities to be creative in your strategy. And like I said, the fact that it is a free-for-all makes it really interesting because, as I was saying before, free-for-alls just as a concept in a strategy game are always quite fascinating to me, because what generally happens in these kinds of games, especially if there's only 3 players, is that 2 players will sort of duke it out, right? So let's say purple and black go to war, and then they just leave the third player to to his own devices, to make an army, to tech up, to just... And while they destroy each other and all their armies go to waste, the third player is just kind of sitting back and deviously creating a dastardly plan to destroy both of his opponents while they're weak. So that's typically how FFAs go. It almost discourages you from fighting, because as soon as you start fighting another player, then the third player is free to build an army and come kill somebody without much resistance. So that's always what makes free-for-alls difficult to play, because it's like whoever strikes first, both the player that's the attacker and the defender then become weaker. And so it sort of creates like a pendulum situation that the third player can exploit. So we'll have to see how these players want to crack open that particular chest nut, and how they can... I mean, I don't know the answer, certainly. Usually what I do in these kinds of games is just, even though I know it's not strategically sound, I'll just go kill somebody anyway, because, the point is to have fun. It's not to just sit in your base, and I think purple understands that better than anyone, because he's going to be sending his large force of AKs into the combat, into the fray, into black's base. And black definitely, black has invested more into the sea than anyone, so he is potentially vulnerable here. Purple has a lot more. His base is being torn apart. All of these defenses being knocked down rapidly. So all the defenders will die, the mechs will die, the construction K-bot potentially in trouble. Oh my god, black, I think, caught a little bit with his pants down, because again, all of black's resources are in the sea. But, oh my god, I can't believe purple didn't keep going. He really could have just killed black there. Maybe he assumed that black's commander would appear with a D-gun and push that away. But no, he's wrong about that. Black did not have any recourse to stop purple from simply killing him. But now purple looks like you will be... We'll be walking towards Breezy's army. Breezy's a little bit better defended. He's got more peewees, I think, than black had AKs. But, yeah, look. Black now moving around the west of the island. Maybe he's going to try to get some punishment done on purple. One thing I like about this map is just that there's a lot of eco near the edges, and so you could build some destroyers and harass your opponent's economy from the sea. But now Breezy and purple will be clashing here near the middle of the map. And it looks like Breezy has enough peewees to stop this. It's pretty close, but it seems fairly even. However, purple has a reserve army of crashers waiting to come in and claim victory in this battle. Now, guys, remember, in escalation, things like crashers and Samsons do reduce damage against ground targets, but in in OTA and mods like this, they do full damage to ground targets. So these are not just anti-air units like they would be in escalation or bar. These are also fine combatants on the ground as well, especially if you can keep them at a range. You obviously want to... They have a much larger range than the Pee-wee, so if you can stay out of their range and micro correctly, that could definitely be... that could give you the advantage in the combat there. So right now, I think purple is content to just do some damage to Smokester and then back off. But look, right now you can see both black and teal, they are now taking run of the sea, and purple just has this tiny shipyard that's only built a single con. And if black manages to find this, he could take purple out of the sea completely, and then it would just be Breezy and Smokester fighting for dominance, fighting for the title of Poseidon, King of the Sea. That could be a really interesting situation. And I mean, purple probably doesn't know how precarious of a situation he's truly in. Black has so many scouts there. He's got scouts here too. So black he's invested a ton into the water, but ultimately hasn't done much with it. He hasn't really attacked anyone else yet, but it looks like maybe he'll start now. All the aforementioned crashers making their way towards Breezy's base, trying to use their superior range to get an advantage in these battles. Like I said, the Pee-wees love to get on top of them, but purple making sure that doesn't happen. And black, once again, he has almost... Man, it is criminal how undefended black is. He does have this single gat gun, but it doesn't even have dragon's teeth around it. I don't think these two players, teal and purple, understand how vulnerable black truly is. He has invested so much into his naval presence that it has now created a situation where it could easily kill him, I think, at least on the land. He'd still be in the water. But instead, Breezy and purple content to brawl it out with one another. Flashes, Pee-wees and Rockas and Crashers. Oh my. So much carnage happening here. And again, Breezy will be looking for that surround. He's going to have to try to get around these Crashers, get into close range with them. But the Rockos are very strong in this situation as well. However, the battle for the sea has finally begun. Breezy and Smokester finally clashing in the water, ready to take control of the sea. And meanwhile, purple, he's got almost nothing. He has a very tiny force. And he is slowly building up, though. But again, if black had known about this, he could have just killed purple, or just kicked him out of the sea already. So it is interesting. You can see there's a ton of mech spots in the sea, and I really like that about this map too. I think that's a great design. But Breezy is now potentially breaking through. More and more Rockos come crawling down into purple's base, and he could lose the Geo, could lose his con as well. Rockos are going to be quite a bit stronger than the Crashers. And it looks like he will lose this Geo. He loses the con. Purple now building his own storms. The battle continuing to rage here on the east side. Yeah, we've got Skeeters and Searchers smashing into one another in huge numbers. And finally, black, not even... he hasn't even checked for purple's base. He's going to be bringing these scouts potentially back to try and defend himself against Breezy's aggression. That's so many. Skeeters. And, man, a torpedo launcher could be wonderful here, but now Breezy, he's looking a little unstoppable in the sea. Black recalling his entire fleet of ships. And Breezy has moved a little bit too far west. I think Purple will stop him from his reckless expansionism, his greed. That's true capitalist is Breezy, a true monopoly player. He's going to take all the boardwalk. It's all going to be his. It will leave you at nothing. Leave you with nothing. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go straight to jail. And right now, I think Breezy is about to send Smokester to jail. He's found the evidence. He's got the smoking gun. He's got Smokester's smoking gun, and he is putting on a clinic in this naval combat because Black, it seems like he's crumbling under the pressure. He's doing his best to try and hang on, but Breezy just feels like he has more. The endless assembly line of Skeeter madness. Can he stop it? I mean, look at all of that production. It's kind of crazy. And now Breezy on advanced shipyards. As we speak, he just finishes it and now going into his first advanced construction sub. But he's got to be careful. Guys, like I said earlier in a game, in an FFA, the danger with fighting another player is that once you exhaust all your forces in a 1v1, then the third player can simply come behind you and kill you. And I think Purple, he's got a great opportunity to simply move into Breezy's base where all his production is and kill him. Breezy finally now adding Crusaders into the mix. I think that will be the first one that he tries to create. But Crusaders would help a lot here. They are expensive, sure. But if he could get a few in his composition, it might make all the difference. Oh, Black is already on advanced shipyards, pumping out those hives for some extra energy. And going into a second advanced shipyard as well. So it looked like Breezy might win the sea battle with Black, but it seems like Black is finally, he's created enough of a defense of an army to stop Breezy from simply outright killing him. But now I think Breezy has kind of stuck his nose a little too far into Purple's business. Heiveltoffel, that's what we'll call him. I'm probably butchering that, but Heiveltoffel has been very, very quiet this game. He's just been on his side of the map, doing his own thing, building up his armies, keeping everything kind of kosher for now, not really bothering the other players too much. But now he's decided that Breezy will be his next victim. Breezy has a lot of his own rocket K-bots. So both sides have tons of these rocket K-bots, which are so strong at the T1 phase. I'd say they have almost equal numbers. It's really going to come down to micro here. The best way to use these is to create kind of a concave. You want to spread them out so that they're all firing at once, and if you can surround your opponent, get them into a ball, that's really the ideal situation. But the battle in the sea continuing to rage, the Crusader now at the front line, and that is going to help tremendously give Breezy the edge. There's 2 Crusaders, I'm sure there's more slowly floating down, but Breezy is fighting a battle on 2 fronts. 3 fronts if you consider this one. This man is fighting both players simultaneously. What an absolute monster. He's not content to just kill one opponent. He's got to win. He's got to win on both sides. So Pelicans clashing with Searchers, and here in the east, Skeeters clashing with Searchers, with the occasional Crusader thrown in. But these Crusaders are going to give Breezy the edge. There's just no doubt about it. The extra firepower from those destroyers, absolutely critical to winning the sea combat. But the Pelicans on the west side, they are pretty critical as well. Very relevant to this combat, as are the Crusaders. Breezy's composition in both battles simply superior. The Pelicans will beat the Searchers, and the Crusaders giving him in the edge of the battle with the scouts here of Blacks. But let's not count Black out, because as we know, he's on his second advanced shipyard, and he could at any time begin pumping out executioners or submarines, and that would truly change the face of this combat. But now Breezy is finally taking his Pelicans over to Purple Shipyard, and I think he will kick him out of the sea functionally. But Purple is using the D-gun to max effect. Oh, he's already killed a lot of Pelicans. 12 Pelicans killed, I think, there with the D-gun, but I don't think it matters. Breezy really got what he needed done. He kicked Purple out of the sea effectively. Oh, here's that Leviathan. So as I was saying, if Black ever goes into submarines, the face of this battle could change dramatically, and I think it has. This one Leviathan, to call it a problem is to make the understatement of a lifetime. But Breezy, he's ready. He's attacking Purple with zippers. He is attacking on 3 different fronts. Yet again, this man is a micro god. Look at all of the nonsense. Holy cow, Breezy. He is putting the pressure on both players simultaneously. So guys, remember how I said playing in a free-for-all is difficult because it's hard to know which player to attack? Breezy has decided to solve this conundrum by attacking both players at the same time. And to be honest, it's working. Purple's already lost a lot. He's losing his land base as well. But Black, with these Leviathans, I think he might be able to start winning in the sea here. Black is going to become a monster because he's built all these hives, so his economy is going to start exploding. I don't think Breezy has any hives. No, he does. He has a few Colossus. But yeah, I mean, looking at the economy, you can see that Breezy and Smokester are very close. So both of them pretty even economically, and Purple, poor Purple, he's I think he's just hanging on for dear life at this point. Breezy with another toxic zipper raid. But Black is much more defended. Wow, look at all this. Black's got Punishers. He's got heavy laser towers. He's got pulverizers. Yeah, Black is not going to be assaulted from the front anytime soon. Holy cow, I think we've reached the age of long-range plasma cannon combat. The players now shelling each other from half the world away. Good God almighty. Breezy's base is certainly in trouble, but Breezy with his own Bertha. But you can see Smokester is targeting the eco here. Oh no, dude. And the combat in the sea continuing to rage as we focus on these massive howitzers sending shells across the map with reckless abandon. Breezy is going to lose everything. Good God, he's got to find a way to stop this. But now we have executioners making it onto the field as well. Could this momentum have swung into his favor? Breezy's got to be careful because, again, Black will be targeting his eco. This is such a close game between Teal and Black. It almost feels like a 1v1 between Breezy and Smokester, and Purple is just spectating. He's like a spectator that has a some kind of pea shooter. And he occasionally just... That's the way that he comments on the game, is just by... Oh my god, I think he just took out one of the long-range plasma cannons. Oh my god, this long-range gameplay. It's everything we want to see. Death from half the map away. These two players duking it out. But Breezy now on 2 Berthas, and he's building wind generators to try and block some shots. One, yeah, like I said, one Intimidator has been taken down, but Black building another Intimidator. So these two players, they are going to continue duking it out in the war for artillery dominance. Oh, man. Yeah, this berth has been found, but you can see those wind generators protecting it from that shot. But, oh my god. Black is now going into T3. Black is ready to show us the awesome T3 potential of Harambe Mod. Good lord. Breezy's targeting the advanced K-Bot lab now. He will get it. Man, there is so much carnage and destruction, but dare I say that Black has... He has claimed all the momentum in the sea here. Oh man, Breezy takes out the T3 gantry for core. But I think the one area that Black still has an advantage is in the sea. All these executioners and the Leviathans. I mean, it could give him the edge in this next naval engagement, but he needs to win somewhere. He's losing the artillery war. He's losing the long-range battle. So he's got to win in the sea. There's just simply no other choice. But all these executioners, it's a terrifying sight. I think Black's just got to push with this while he can. Maybe Purple, with his little BB gun, can distract Breezy a little bit. Give Black an opportunity to strike back at Breezy. There is just so much combat happening in the sea. Piranhas moving in, but the Piranhas won't do much against the Executioners. They're good against the Leviathans, but... Man, what a close fight this is. Black needs to move north. Breezy now building Phytos, so Breezy has changed Phytos in this mod to be stronger, I think, than they were in Protea. And, oh no, dude, Black now on Warlords. Battleships have officially entered the fray. The naval combat has reached the next pinnacle of death and destruction as these core battleships begin to rain hellfire and brimstone. Black now sending his own scouts into the fray. What a game this is, even though it's essentially a 1v1. Well, let's not count Purple out. He's got some gimps. He's looking for Breezy's base. But what a combat this has been. What a game. And Breezy now on the Harambe shelter. Could we see a Harambe this game? It is already going the distance. Black trying to break through, but Breezy with these newly designed Phytos ready to claim dominance. But man, I don't even know how Breezy's doing this. I don't know how Breezy is winning in the sea. It must just be all of the snake eaters, originally called piranhas. I guess they've been renamed, but whatever you want to call them, it's giving Breezy the edge in addition to the Berthas. The non-insignificant damage that those are applying to the battle. But Breezy almost getting attacked by Purple, but he was ready. He's got these floating heavy laser towers. And with that, Breezy defended himself, and now he's trying to end the game, but man, Black's production of T2 Naval is really impressive. He's got executioners, he's got Leviathans, he's got warlords, and he's got plenty of vamps flying overhead. But the problem is that Breezy still winning the fight for the long-range plasma cannon king, and now targeting this Intimidator, I think. Still working on this. Black is working on his second Krogoth gantry. Oh man, Breezy just raining down hellfire from half the world away. What can Black do in the face of such reckless destruction? Oh man, losing everything. But I still think Black's naval force is superior here. Could he potentially win that way? Breezy's definitely winning the long-range war, but... oh no, he just finishes his Krogoth gantry, but Breezy will see it. Oh god, dude, there it goes! There it goes! There goes the Krogoth gantry in one fell swoop. Breezy is a mirthless, ruthless bastard. He can't keep getting away with it. Holy shit, what a game. What a game. But Black has not given up. He's still keeping the pressure on. He's got cans moving through. Breezy building the vaporizers. He's got the T3 combat. He's got the mechs entering the fray. He's got to hold on for dear life here. He does not want to lose those Berthas. They have given him such a control over this game, but Black realizes he must stop this at all costs, bringing the vamps in, bringing everything to bear in purple with his little pea shooter. He's adding his own commentary here and there, but good God, what a game this has been. What an epic match. I told you this mod is awesome, and it's going to keep getting better. Holy cow. Black now ready for the T2 bombing extravaganza. Oh no, dude, he takes out two Berthas, and can he get the Harambe shelter? He can't. He can't quite get that. But holy cow, what a game we have on our hands. The mini Harambes now making it into Black's base, but they will be destroyed unceremoniously, like our boy Harambe. Taken before their time. All they want to do is just be guerrillas. But Purple is being a bit of a monkey as well, keeping Breezy from simply taking over the game. Just enough of an annoyance to cause him some frustration is Purple. Oh my god, what a game this has been. What a show. Especially from Mr. Breezy and Smokester. These guys are absolutely putting a clinic on a free-for-all style game. But man, I mean, look at Black's Navy. He's got so many executioners and warlords. Could this be enough to break through? Breezy now with an Annihilator being thrown into the fray. Black sending some more scouts. This is so close. It is just the margins between these players are razor thin. And either side could absolutely win this game. Breezy doing his level best to protect the eastern side of his base, which has already been decimated. All the defenses here have been torn asunder. Two of the Berthas gone. The third Bertha with on a sliver of health. But let's not count Breezy out yet. More Hurricanes being thrown into the fray. Black has tried to go to T3 twice, but he's been unable. Breezy has stopped him both times. The Leviathans shooting their massive torpedoes into Teal's army there. But the battle is still so close, and Breezy now with yet another T3 push. Can he do it? He's got the Hawks moving in to try and give him some air support. Oh my god, what a game. What a show this has been. Holy freaking cow. I don't even know how Breezy continues holding off this naval push. Oh, Black is now resurrecting Breezy's vaporizers and giving them to himself with the Necros. Bombers flying overhead. Combat happening everywhere. In the sea, on the land, in the sky. Everybody is dying here. Breezy pushing through with Snake Eaters and Crusaders. But I think Black might have enough to stop this. But this is just pure and utter chaos. Black attempting another run on the Harambe shelter, but you cannot keep Harambe down too long. Breezy now adding some phalanx into his composition. He's got to clear out the skies there for his vaporizers to get into Black's base, and it's getting close. His vaporizer's still looking pretty healthy. Oh my god, dude, it's in the base now. It is in the business. Black could lose that advanced aircraft plant if he's not careful. Finally, I think the vaporizer will be killed. Black is going into Intimidators again. Breezy has somehow won. He has wrestled control of the naval battle from Black. And with these Millenniums, he could simply shell his opponent into absolute oblivion, sending him to the nether, sending his base to the nether realm, from whence he shall not return. Breezy, you monster! How is he doing this? It just felt like Black had more, but somehow Breezy, with good use of the Snake Eaters, winning the naval battle. Targeting Black's base. Black bringing more and more battleships into the fray, but what a show. Now Purple attacking Black, but man, Purple really needs to be keeping his keeping the pressure on Breezy, because Breezy is absolutely he's in the winner's chair right now. Very nearly standing on the podium as the game continues to shift further and further into his favor. Black has finally gotten his third Krogoth gantry completed, and with that, could it give him an opportunity to get back into this? Breezy's still with that one Bertha. He's trying to rebuild those, building a second Harambe shelter. More vaporizers entering the fray, but they will meet all these cans. And Breezy now pushing down the east side of Black's base. And he's looking a little bit unstoppable. Hawks in the sky. Many Harambes on the ground. And Warlords getting crushed in the sea by all of the Millennium. But now the bombers coming in, they've got to try and stop this. Black has to stop Breezy from making his way into his naval production. These Millennium are quite a force to be reckoned with, as finally Purple, ready to be yet another annoyance for Breezy, will cause him to have to retreat these Colossus yet again. But Breezy's attention is on the east side, where the real battle is currently raging. But I think Breezy is probably raging as well. Purple is being very frustrating. Killing these Colossus is going to hurt his economy. Not tremendously, but it is a blow. Each Colossus, I think, is 500 energy. Ooh, that was nice. With a single engagement, Black will take out most of Breezy's Hawks. But does it matter? Breezy is surrounding his base, shelling him endlessly with these Millennium, all the armed battleships, hitting his production, hitting his eco, hitting everything. Breezy streaming through with endless waves of submarines, skeeters, destroyers, and of course battleships. The warlords in so much trouble. Breezy has had enough of purple shenanigans. He's been bothered and harassed too much. I think he's going to put purple down now. He is tired of the harassment, the annoying monster that Toffel has been, ready to simply take him out of the game so that he can focus on the true opponent. Purple's commander is still pretty healthy. He's gotten so many D-guns. 37 kills this game. Breezy trying to focus his commander now, but he's got a ton of veterancy. 40 kills already, so he's not going to be easy to kill, but oh my god, he's so low. But he's targeting him with the Berthas too. Breezy just so desperate to kick him out of the game, and it looks like he'll get him. That one Bertha shot was all it took. He was so low. Breezy was just tired of purple shenanigans, tired of purple's his meddling in Breezy's war. And now I think Black is going to be the next victim. Breezy playing absolutely ruthless. No mercy at all. No mercy shown to either player. The Berthas now being combined with the Millennium Fire. The battlefield. Absolutely covered with plasma shells of all varying different kinds of shapes and sizes. Millenniums and destroyers and Berthas. Oh my. These executioners. Next to fall victim. Most of Brown's naval base has already been destroyed. His production is gone. His land base is just this tiny sliver here on the edge. He is in so much trouble as Breezy continues to reign supreme on the southeastern side of the map. The big Berthas now rebuilt, continuing their reign of carnage and destruction. So much economic damage and trauma. Black has now officially been kicked out of the he's been kicked off the island. It's a bit like watching a game of Survivor, except without any of the shitty drama. Okay, well, Black has been kicked out. Breezy officially wins that game, and what a show. We didn't quite get to see the Harambe, but one game we will get to see the Harambe. One of these games soon. Guys, this is test version 2. This mod has many more versions to go. So I think we're on version 4 now. So this mod is just going to keep getting better and better. Expect more games like this. I am so hyped about this mod. It is so cool. What great games we're going to have. Thank you everyone for playing, and thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next cast.